And we're going to make a 7-high coil pot, practice coil pot that's going to be dropped from 18 inches to grade once you're finished with it. We'll let it dry and then drop it. But your coil pot's going to consist of a base and then 7 coils built on top of each other, scoring and slipping the seams together. You can kind of see the scoring lines on the inside of this one. So here's how it's done. Basically, get yourself a little ball of clay here. This clay's already been wedged, and you want to make a base that's about a ½ inch thick. Nice round base will do. Cutting that with a needle works pretty well, and there's your base. And your base should have a consistent ½ inch thickness, and if you don't need to get out a tape measure, but just kind of look at your pinky. Typically your pinky is about ½ inch thick, so you want a ½ inch thick base. After you make your base, you can start rolling your coils, and just start with a small ball of clay, and you'll roll the coils using the palm of your hand, just gently pushing. Don't push hard, just roll quickly, moving down, up and down the length of that coil as you roll using the palm of your hand until you get a coil that's going to be long enough to go around the pot at least once. This coil that I'm going to make here is going to be probably enough for 2 times around the coil pot. So we'll stop and check to see that we're going even thickness all the way around. So that's probably long enough to go around there 2 times. Let's see. We'll go here and then cut it. And here again. Okay, so scoring and slipping. Now, scoring and slipping, you'll need a bucket full of slip. If your bucket at your wheel or your table doesn't have enough slip in it, just get some more out of the recycle bin. And sometimes I like to skip a step here, just get some slip right on my fork here, and then apply the slip as I'm scoring. Just rough up the surface of your clay. So there's scoring the base, and then you do the same thing to your coil where it's going to join. And no need to apply any more slip because there's already enough slip on there. We just turn it over and press your seams down. And in this case, the coil stretched a little bit when I scored it, so we'll just cut it off and kind of smooth the seam together there. And if you get some cracking like this, just add a little slip to that. Clays, sometimes they'll start cracking. Add a little bit of moisture to it. Don't use water to smooth out your clay, just use it to get rid of your cracks. Alright, so there's the first coil. Now we'll be ready to join the second one on. So we just kind of go about business doing the same thing again. And I'll show you how we could just go ahead and use a fork to score here, and then applying the slip secondary to that after it's scored, and then press the seams together. Offset your seams so that they don't all line up. See, my first seam was right there. Now the second one's going to be a little bit off to the side. If you offset them a little bit, then you can just get a stronger construction pot. Pushing the coils together so that you get the slip coming out from the seams is desired. So make sure you push that down firm enough so that you don't have any air gaps and that the slip kind of slides out between the seams. Neatness doesn't really count that much on this one, but again, I'm smoothing out my cracks here so that I don't get too much dryness. Alright, so you just keep building that up until you get 7 high coils, and then definitely remember to put your initials on the bottom of your pots and the date. That way you know that it's been dried for a week so you can fire it. Alright, but without a name and initials on the bottom I can't grade them, so definitely put your name on your work.